Welcome in VIP Qsters. We are so happy you are here. Tonight's game is all just for you, and I am your host, Audrey. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Audrey Reed Couch, and don't forget to follow at the Q Trivia on all social media. But back to tonight, we have $25 on the line. If no one wins tonight, we're going to move that $25 over to our next premium game, and it'll be $50. But we're hoping for some winners tonight. Here is how you can take that money home. There are going to be 12 questions in the game. You've got 8 seconds to answer and 3 choices to pick from. Get the question right, you're going to advance on to the next round. Make it to the end, of course, you're going to win the prize money. But even if you do get eliminated, we want you to stay in the game, keep playing, rack up those leaderboard points because you might just win some money at the end of the month. And when you give your friends your referral code to sign up for the Q, both you and your friend get a free life to use on questions 1 through 11, and those lives are so good to have. So make sure to share the game with your friends right after the show using your code. But back to the game, we know the rules. Let's get to the trivia. $25, 12 questions. Bring on question number 1. Carol Baskin is from what Netflix documentary? Is it Making a Murderer, Fire, or Tiger King? This show has definitely got a lot of people talking here recently. I personally have not seen it yet. I know I'm one of the very few, but I have certainly heard everyone talking about this Carol Baskin murdering her husband. If you've seen it, what do you think? Did she do it? I don't know, but it looks like a lot of you know that she is from Tiger King. Great job, everyone. Let's keep with the topic of tigers for this next one. In what zoo has a tiger tested positive for the coronavirus? San Diego Zoo, the Bronx Zoo, or Columbus Zoo? That's right, a tiger has the virus. Crazy, right? If you've been watching the news, I'm sure you've all heard about this. Or if you're like me, you avoid watching the news and then you just get a rundown of the highlights from your mom. And it's definitely from my mom that I heard that a tiger from the Bronx Zoo has the coronavirus. And it looks like 41 of you got that. Great job, everyone. Question number 3. The hashtag symbol is technically called what? Octogenarian, octothorpe, or octoploid? Hashtag, or before the times of Twitter, the number sign or pound sign, whatever you want to call it. There is another name that is less familiar. The name references the 8 points in the figure, hence the first part of the word octo, but what is the last part of the word? It is thorpe, and it looks like 34 of you know that a hashtag is an octothorpe. Great job, everyone. That was a little trickier, but let's see how you do for question number 4. What does the candy M&M stand for? Mars and Murray, Mickey and Minnie, or Mabel and Maccabee? Oh yes, the popular and delicious M&Ms. But have you ever wondered why they are called M&Ms and where they got the name? Well, it comes from the 2 creators' names, which you could probably figure out just from looking at your 3 options. The 2 guys are Forrest Mars and William Murray, making M&M stand for Mars and Murray. And it looks like we've still got 35 of you left in the game. Question number 5. What was the first soda to be consumed in space? Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, or Coca-Cola? It was astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1985 that got to be the first to try out the soft drink equipment space dispenser in space. The soda company created the equipment as well as the soda, obviously, and how cool would that be to drink a soda in space? But what soda had this great honor? It was Coca-Cola. That knocked a couple of you out, but some of you are still in the game. Moving into the halfway point of the game, you're doing so well. For this next one, we want to know, what color suit is Michael Jackson wearing on the Thriller album cover? Red, white, or black? And this is one of the biggest albums ever released on Earth. At its peak, it sold 1 million copies worldwide per week. And even still today, hundreds of thousands of copies are still sold. So can you picture the album cover in your head? Jackson is wearing a black undershirt, but his suit is white. And it looks like we've got 15 of you still on the path to the prize. Question number 7. In the past 3 weeks, about how many workers have filed for unemployment benefits? 750,000, 4 million, or 17 million? The U.S. Department of Labor just released new information on this, so maybe you heard about this large number. And if you haven't heard, take a guess. You can probably take a pretty educated guess here. I am very much looking forward to everything going back to normal, but for now, it looks like 17 million have filed for unemployment in the past 3 weeks. Wow, that is quite a big number. So let's keep moving. Question number 8. Traffic is up at all of the following websites during the pandemic except Facebook, CNBC, or ESPN. So now that we live in a different world than we did a month or so ago, what websites have been seeing less traffic? Many websites are seeing way more traffic than normal, like Netflix, of course. I have been streaming some Netflix myself, and Facebook definitely has seen some more traffic, but the choice here is ESPN. That is the answer we are looking for. That makes sense. There's not really any sports to watch. So why do you need to go to ESPN? It looks like quite a few of you knew that. So for question number 9, we want to know the unwanted intrusion into a video conference call by an individual is called what? Zoom bombing, face crime, or Slack hacked? With everyone working from home almost and having to have meetings and schooling going online, people have been experiencing intrusions on these meetings, and well, now there's a term for it. Maybe you've been in a Zoom meeting recently where you've encountered these disruptions. Hopefully they made for some good laughs and weren't too disturbing. But we now refer to this invasion as Zoom bombing. And it looks like a lot of you knew that. Maybe you've been on some Zoom calls lately. All right, we are moving into double digits. Question number 10. Which tech executive promised to donate $1 billion to relief programs related to the coronavirus? Was it Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, or Meg Whitman? Companies including Facebook, Apple, and Tesla have pledged millions of dollars in the form of both cash and medical resources like masks, protective gear, and ventilators, and we are so thankful to all of them. But which of these three has just announced that they are putting nearly a third of their total wealth toward the effort? It would be the Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey. And that got a couple of you out, but it looks like a few of you are still on your way to the money, and we are going to the semifinal round. Question number 11. The Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy were designated as essential workers by which world leader? Was it Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, President Trump, or Chancellor Angela Merkel? All right, Qsters, get this one right, and you're headed to the final question. So last Monday, they gave the okay for the nighttime visitors to continue their important work, but this leader also warned that in some cases, the pair might be able to provide the level of service young people have come to expect. So do you know which leader made this announcement? It was New Zealand's Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, and it looks like a lot of you are keeping up with the news. So we are at the final question of the night. Question number 12. How many #1 hits has Elvis Presley had? 11, 14, or 18? So get this right and you've won the game, along with some cold, hard cash. Elvis had quite the career and a lot of #1 hits, but exactly how many? Do you know it? For the win, we are talking about 18 hits. Wow, that is a lot, but what do you expect from the King Elvis Presley? It looks like 9 of you got that one right, and you have officially won your share of the cash, so congratulations. But if you didn't quite make it, don't worry, because we've got another game for you tonight at 8:30 with Mark, and we're doing a little bit of a different style of questions, so make sure you tune into that. But for now, don't forget to follow us on all social media. Thank you, VIP Qsters, for playing. We love you so much. Congrats again to all of our winners. I will see you tomorrow, but for now, have a great night.